James Kaufman, World News Report today. Today is December 14th, 2022, noon central here in the U.S. God bless you and yours, no matter where you are in the world. Please subscribe, give us a thumbs up, ring that bell for critical future updates. We've had a 6.2 magnitude earthquake hit the Rat Islands, part of the Aleutian Island chain in Alaska. This is on a plate boundary where volcanoes are awakening currently. It's a very large earthquake with a tsunami warning associated with it at a depth of 81.8 kilometers. We will go to the buoy center to see if any tsunamis have been generated. But before we do that, we've also just had a 4.9 magnitude earthquake right where the Juan de Fuca plate and the Pacific plate meet, where the Pacific plate is pushing the Juan de Fuca plate under the North American plate, i.e. the Cascadia Subduction zone. And look at the volcanoes on the Cascadia volcanic ridge lighting up with earthquake activity. This promises to be a December to remember, to put it nicely. So a 4.9, that's a default depth of 10 kilometers. And more importantly, also a 6.2. They actually upgraded this from a 6.1 a minute ago. Crazy. Let's get some detailed information and take a look at the buoys. All right, here we are at volcanoesandearthquakes.com. We can see that we have two volcanoes awakening. Looks like at least one, maybe two more showing activity. Another one awakening to the east of that, and another one on the peninsula showing activity. Again, all on that plate boundary and right there where the volcanoes are awakening. What do we have here? Well, it came in at a 6.1. It was actually raised to a 6.2 by the USGS, an upgrade, something that I see very, very seldomly. Now, we're going to get some more information on this. I'd like to point out how the French even came in at a 6.1 and the Europeans a 6.3. Probably a much larger quake than we're actually being told. The Cascadia Subduction Zone earthquake, 4.9s, pretty much all over the modeling agencies. We will get detailed information on both these right now, and then jump over to the buoy center to see if any tsunamis have been created. Strong 6.2, 6.3 magnitude earthquake 14 minutes ago. Bering Sea, Aleutian Islands, folks, getting crazy out there. Only 2 atomic bombs worth of energy were released. It's been confirmed as a 6.2, although some of the agencies are going to come in higher, as we will soon see. Over on volcanoesandearthquakes.com, the European Seismic Association had it come in as a 6.3. They've downgraded it to a 6.1. The USGS has upgraded it from a 6.1 to a 6.2. The French even came in at a 6.1. If you want to blow someone's mind, of course we have Raspberry Shake following the USGS. Whatever they say goes. Our second significant earthquake of 4.9 magnitude right on the Juan de Fuca plate. It's being pushed under the North American plate by the Pacific plate, i.e. the Cascadia Subduction Zone, a 4.9 with an associated tsunami warning. This was confirmed as a 4.9. They still do not have a depth. They're using a default depth of 10 kilometers. Only 338 tons of TNT, or the equivalent thereof, was released by this blast. So not a huge blast per se, but in a terrible location there. Further pushing the Juan de Fuca plate, or subsiding it under the North American plate. I'm going to show y'all what that looks like. Ladies and gentlemen, we're also seeing the Cascadia volcanic ridge light up with earthquakes because of this earthquake, most probably. The National Data Buoy Center currently has no buoys in activity or event mode. That's off the coast of Oregon, Washington or California and anywhere associated or around the Aleutian Island chain. That's the good news. The bad news is, as we were making this, it was upgraded from a 6.1 to a 6.2, as y'all saw, and now it's been upgraded to a 6.3 magnitude earthquake. Completely ridiculous. This energy will make its way down that North American Pacific plate boundary into the Cascadia Subduction zone and put more pressure on the Juan de Fuca plate sooner rather than later. A very big blast, and they are reevaluating it as we speak. I cannot believe a double upgrade by the USGS. The first time I have ever seen that within a 10 to 15 minute span. And the real problem with this particular quake here is that it is right on that Juan de Fuca plate that's being pushed under the North American plate. And you can see the activity at Mount Rainier, Mount St. Helens, and Mount Adams happening real time based on these quakes. This could be a day to remember, or a December to remember, to say the very least. And incredibly, headed back over to volcanosandearthquakes.com, that same quake has now been upgraded there too to a 6.3 magnitude earthquake. A double upgrade by the USGS within 15 minutes of time. I don't know where this is going to end up, but I do know there's a lot of pressure moving on that North American Pacific plate boundary in both directions. And, well, this is a heads up for everyone in North America, everyone in Russia, everyone all the way down the Aleutian Island chain into the United States, Washington. This pressure will very likely end up affecting the Cascadia Subduction zone even more so than what we've seen thus far. So let's keep an eye on this all day today. This does not look like a good situation at all, folks. More information is coming in. We've got a DYFI of a 4, a shake map of a 6, a green pager. I'm guessing all that information is also going to change just as the magnitude of the earthquake did. That was a very large earthquake, and I'm thinking it was much larger than 2 atomic bombs worth of energy being released. So again, this is a heads up. This energy will work its way down the actual plate boundary in both directions. Heads up, North America. Heads up to the peninsula of Russia. God bless you and yours, folks. Share and subscribe, and always remember, anything is possible in Bizarro World.